What is going on YouTube? It is Mr. Game & Squatch here. Today we have a little bit of a teardown slash part one of a two-part video with this classic gray N64 controller that my friend King Games 98 had actually given me a while back when I had first gotten my N64 finally, after like 20 years of it being out, you know. But he always said that the start button was very sticky, and it is, as you can probably see, it does not set back very fast. So it is a little bit sticky and sometimes doesn't want to work. All the other buttons work perfectly fine, our little joystick is fine, but as you can see it's a little bit gross from over the years of just being around, pretty much. But today we're just going to be taking this apart and showing you guys the internals of an N64 controller in case you've never seen it, or if you have to ever replace the joystick on this. I'm going to be showing you guys how to be able to do that with this video, and then if you want to, tune into tomorrow when I actually do get to clean this, because I will have my isopropyl alcohol that took me freaking too long to get that shit. Thanks, Walmart. And we're going to give it a nice good scrubbing and see if we can get this start button to work properly. Because I mean, it still works when you hit the button, but it's just that it's hard to push it in and it's very slow to pop back out. So hopefully with the isopropyl or rubbing alcohol, you can just call it as everybody does, we'll see how well we can clean this up. Like I said, that'll be tomorrow's video. So without further ado, let's get on into this. And as you can see here, we have 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's very weird. 7. Nope. Almost forgot about the 2 up there. So 9 Phillips head screws. And with my lucky tool set here, we're going to take those apart. Hopefully everybody's keeping themselves nice and occupied and or safe with this pandemic going on, because it's craziness, and especially with the election here in the US, it is nuts. But that is a whole nother discussion that I'm not even going to get into, because I don't really care. Everybody has their opinions about the election, and that's perfectly fine. Always want to keep our screws all together here. But yeah, it's kind of funny because, you know, I had only gotten my N64 probably maybe around a year ago, probably around this time. I'm not 100% sure when I got it, and I had been looking for a while because I never grew up with an N64. I've known people, everybody else had N64s and all that, but I never really had one. Because, you know, I had a PlayStation when I was first growing up. You know, I forget when the N64 had come out, but yeah, I originally actually grew up on my cousin had given me a Game Boy Advance he gave me a Game Boy Color, my bad, and then my parents bought me a Game Boy Advance SP. And luckily I still have both. And I grew up on the PlayStation 1. That was my first, no, PlayStation 2, sorry. That was my first real home console that I ever had. Alright, and here we go. We got this little cross section, I guess if you want to call it. And it's weird that there's 2 different colored membranes for the buttons up there, as we lose the shoulder button. So, but yeah, you can see this controller was very well loved, as you can tell from some of the grime in that. But like I said, that'll be tomorrow's video, so don't forget to check in on that. Okay, now let's just be careful with all this and not lose anything. And that membrane is on there pretty well. Yeah, well, that's actually pretty neat that they have little tabs, as my dog wants to be in the video. I would. Has little tabs for the little nubs to go into the holes to keep it secure. That's actually very smart, Nintendo. Very, very smart. So, yeah, my dog just wants to be in the video. He's hanging around me. He just went out and he doesn't need to go out, so he's okay. Alright, and from the looks of it here, I'm looking at the board. It looks like this should just pop out easy. I always like that Nintendo always had this little configuration up here for the wire as well, where you can see how it's looped around there to make sure it doesn't get pulled and doesn't rip out here. That's very smart of Nintendo. They've been doing that for a while too, like the Super Nintendo and such. Alright, so let's see if we can't mostly just pop this out. I think the top part's loose. I think it's mostly this little piece down here. You're going to need a Phillips head again. That's kind of holding everything in. This is the joystick. Okay, now that that's loose, we should be able to get everything else out here. Let's take our screws out so we don't lose anything. Yeah, that's the whole joystick configuration there. And yeah, just like that, everything pops out. Looking pretty nice. Along with tomorrow's cleaning video, it's usually, pardon me, it's usually a good habit to usually take your old like Game Boys and stuff. Oh, now that I'm looking at this, looks like there's a little bit of rust in there. Either rust or just general corrosion, possibly the glue or whatever lube that they used for the joystick configuration could have gotten in there or something, I don't know. But back on track. It's usually a good habit to take some rubbing alcohol and wiping down these little contacts where your buttons are, so especially if you start feeling some lag or just like as if the buttons weren't registering completely, then that usually, if you clean these off and then also clean off the backs of these where the contacts are for the buttons themselves, they do actually improve the performance of registering for, you know, the controller or whatever button you're using for it to be more accurate with the game. And so pretty much this is the whole thing right here. If we really wanted to, there are a couple of tabs up here that you could try and push up, and then that would actually open up this. You can actually take that screw off and open this up, but I think I'm gonna save that for tomorrow's cleaning video, because I'm looking at this and there is definitely some love with this, that's for sure. So, but yeah, we got that. And then you got your little membranes for the buttons here, which, oof, if it wants to focus on that, there's some dirtiness there too. And just like any other Nintendo controller, you got your buttons that have the little cutout and notches in the controller so that each button goes where it's supposed to. And then this is our little start button here. The membrane looks okay. The actual button here, ooh, god damn. You can see in there. Oh my god, look at that. That's gonna need some cleaning. That's probably what's keeping our button from sliding. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, that is horrible. Whew. I think somebody might have spilled some soda on this or something. Not the King Games 98. I don't think he would ever do something like that, but oh my god, that is rank. Man, that's gonna definitely need to become clean out there, man. And then we got our membranes here. Got our D-pad, which doesn't look too bad, considering this probably rarely ever gets used with some games. But yeah, let's put our things all back together. And my dog's back with me again. He just loves being in the video. He should go upstairs with mommy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go upstairs, bud. He just wants to be with me. I don't know why. He's weird. It's like he loves me or something. So, we're going to put all our stuff back together here. There we go. So you went back upstairs. Put all this back together. Okay, and now we will sit our whole motherboard back in where it belongs. Sit right back in there, I believe. Should do it. Should sit back there. I believe that should be okay. I don't know, it feels a little loose to me. I'm not 100% sure right now. Does not feel right. Oh, no, there it is. That's it. It's in there. That's good. Okay, cool, cool. And now we will try to get our wire back into place right there, because then it definitely won't sit in right without it being like that because of how it's so conformed right there. Okay, now make sure everything is in place. We'll screw in our little joystick configuration here again. Okay. Sorry that half of the video is just pretty much me screwing things in. I don't really have any video editing software just yet. But maybe down in the future, when I can afford it, I will probably get that. And my videos will probably be better, hopefully. Okay, so now that's in nice and secure, meaning everything else won't go nowhere. We can take our buttons, shoulder buttons, and try to stick those back in where they belong there. Cool. Alrighty, yeah, this thing, I can't wait to clean this thing out, man. Oh, just looking at half of this stuff, it is so bad. Okay. Now, let's pop our back on. Hey, and also this is the little back trigger there. That can easily pop out, but it's not entirely the easiest thing to put back in either. So we're going to leave that as that is. Make sure everything lines up nicely here. Okay, I think we're good. Now, let's try and get these little buggers back in there. They're not the easiest things to put in either, especially when you don't have like a magnetic tip screwdriver. So we're going to use our tweezers to try and sit that back in there. Okay. Yeah, it's not the easiest getting those things back in there, man. They are not. They are very fickle. You know what? Let's just screw up the rest of this, and we will put those in after this, because I don't want this video to last 20 minutes just of me trying to screw in a couple of screws, you know? Okay. Is that even really... That's not sitting in there correctly. Why is that not screwed? Why is that not sitting correctly? Thought I had it all seated correctly, but apparently not. This is where we have what's called trial and error. Okay. Okay, I think that should pretty much do it. So let's try this again. Let's put this one down here this time instead. Okay. And we will put this one here, why not? Okay. That's the one thing with these old plastics. They always sound like they creak and groan and, you know, crap. So it's like, you don't know if you're breaking something or if it's just being weird. It's just old plastic. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we're starting to come together again. Okay, just a couple more screws. As I'm screwing these little screws back in, if you haven't already, try and subscribe, hit that like bell if you enjoyed this little teardown video, and I hope I get to see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's cleaning video of this standard gray N64 controller. And if you haven't already, check out some of my other videos that I have up, and I hope you guys stay safe, stay happy, and enjoy your day.